So when is it time to pay for help? In this video, I'm going to walk you through exactly when it makes sense to invest in professional help for your marketing, and when you're better off rolling up your sleeves and doing it yourself a bit longer. You'll also find out the red flags to watch for when hiring help, what you should actually expect from professional guidance, and the mental shifts that'll help you make this decision with confidence instead of second-guessing yourself for months. And with that said, let's get started. Let's be honest about something most business owners won't admit out loud. There's this voice in your head that says, asking for help means you're failing somehow. Like you should be able to figure out why your landing page isn't converting as well as you'd like, or why people open your emails but never click through. But here's the thing. You didn't start your business to become a marketing expert. You started it because you're good at what you do, whether that's accounting, consulting, design, or any other service. The marketing part? That's just the vehicle to get your expertise in front of the people who need it. The fear of wasting money is real too. I get it. You've probably already spent money on courses, tools, maybe even hired someone before who promised the world and delivered a bunch of confusing reports you couldn't act on. So how do you know when it's time to stop trying to DIY everything? Here are some signs I see over and over again. First, you're spending more time fixing your funnel than actually running your business. You're constantly tweaking your landing page copy, adjusting your email sequences, moving buttons around, but your results stay stubbornly flat. Second, you're confused about what to change next. Maybe you've tried split testing your headlines. You've adjusted your pricing page. You've even redone your entire website, but you still can't pinpoint why people aren't taking action. Third, your business goals are growing, but your marketing results aren't keeping up. You want to scale, but you're getting the same number of leads you were getting months ago, even though you're putting in more effort and possibly spending more on ads. Here's when it usually makes sense to bring in someone who knows what they're doing. When you're genuinely stuck and can't identify where your funnel is leaking. You know something's wrong because people are visiting your site but not converting at the rate you'd expect. But you can't figure out if it's your messaging, your offer, your pricing, or something else entirely. Tech overwhelm is another big one. Maybe you're spending hours trying to set up automation in your email platform, or you can't figure out why your tracking isn't working properly. Time you spend wrestling with technology is time you're not spending serving clients. Sometimes you just need a fresh expert eye on your messaging or funnel flow. When you've been staring at your own marketing for months, you can't see the forest for the trees. An outside perspective can spot issues you've become blind to. If you do decide to invest in help, here's what you should expect and demand. Clear, jargon-free explanations. If someone starts throwing around complex terms without explaining what that actually means for your business, that's a red flag. Good experts can explain concepts in simple terms, actionable recommendations you can implement, not a massive strategy document that sits on your desk for months. Specific steps you can take to improve your results. Support tailored to your unique business and budget. Cookie-cutter solutions don't work. Your accounting firm's funnel needs different messaging than a web design agency's funnel. Speaking of what to expect, here's how to avoid getting burned. Be wary of agencies that speak in buzzwords and confuse you with complexity. Good marketing isn't needlessly complicated. It's about connecting with people and making it easy for them to say yes to working with you. Look for transparency and real-world experience. Ask to see examples of their work. Ask them to walk through their process. If they're evasive or can't show you concrete examples of their work for businesses similar to yours, keep looking. Expect collaboration, not just a handoff. The best marketing help comes from people who want to understand your business, your clients, and your goals. They should be asking you lots of questions, not just taking your money and disappearing. Okay, great, but when does DIY start to become the better option for your service and should keep doing it yourself for a while longer? Look, for most business owners, getting some kind of help in most areas can be really, really useful, especially if that area, when done right, can help you make more money and target the right customers. But if your business is still small and relatively simple, basic tweaks might be a good place to start. Before you invest in professional help, make sure you've covered the fundamentals. You want to know, is your value proposition clear? Is it easy for people to contact you? Are you actually asking people to take the next step? Use tools and checklists to diagnose your own issues first. A systematic approach can help you identify obvious problems before you pay someone else to find them. And if you decide to keep doing it yourself, commit time to actually learning the basics instead of just randomly trying things. Marketing principles exist for a reason, and if you're going to DIY it, you might as well do it systematically. Okay, let's talk about the big question you're probably thinking. What will this cost me? And how do I know if someone is actually good at their job? Most marketing helpers charge between $75 and $200 per hour. If you want someone to work on your business every month, expect to pay between $1,000 and $3,000. But here's what's important. Someone who's been doing this for 10 years but gets poor results might charge $150 per hour. Meanwhile, someone who gets great results for their clients can charge way more and be worth every penny. The price isn't about how long they've been doing this. It's about whether they can actually help your business grow. So how do you figure out if someone is good before you hire them? First, pay attention to how they talk to you when you're considering hiring them. Do they get back to you quickly when you ask questions? Do they listen to what you're saying, or do they just talk and talk without caring about your specific problems? If they don't treat you well when they want your business, they won't treat you better once you pay them. Second, ask them to tell you about other businesses they've helped. Don't just read the nice things people said about them online. Ask them to explain exactly what problems they solved for businesses like yours. Third, this is a huge warning sign. Run away from anyone who promises you'll get tons of new customers right away, or guarantees you'll make a certain amount of money. Good marketing takes time to work. Anyone who says they can fix everything super fast is either lying or doesn't know what they're doing. Finally, make sure they ask you lots of questions about your business before they tell you what to do. Someone who gives you advice without understanding your business is giving you cookie-cutter solutions that probably won't work. So here's my take, okay? If you can, ask for help because every month your funnel underperforms potentially costs you opportunities. Every lead that doesn't convert is potential revenue walking out the door. Think about it this way. If getting expert help improves your marketing effectiveness and brings in more qualified leads, that investment can pay for itself over time. Getting help also means less stress and more time to focus on what you do best. Instead of lying awake wondering why your marketing isn't working, you can focus on serving clients and growing your business. Look, there's no perfect time to invest in help, just like there's no perfect time to start a business or launch a new service. But there are definitely signs that it's time to stop spinning your wheels and get some expert guidance. If you would like a quick 5-minute audit of your funnel or your process to spot the areas that you can test and improve upon, check out the free downloadable checklist especially made for service businesses with smaller teams. It's meant to help you trace the leaks in your own business and identify what your next step should be to solve it. This way, you can make changes to those exact areas of your sales pipeline and understand your customer better. This way, you'll be more likely to get more out of your marketing efforts even with the same number of leads in future. The link is in the description below. This has been Rita with ClicksandThings.com. See you in the next one.